Welcome to w3b web scraping workshop. In this video we will see how w3b can be used to extract data from eBay listing pages. Let's see how product details like price, item condition and other details along with seller description can be extracted. We can also extract product images using w3b. So what you see is w3b's user interface, which contains a browser, and the first step is to load the page from which we need to extract data. So let's go to ebay.com and search for cameras, and this will bring up the product listings page, which if we scroll down to the bottom we can see that it spans over multiple pages. So let's now see how we can configure w3b to extract product details from multiple pages, and also by following each product link to load its details page. So we start the configuration by clicking the start button, and now we teach w3b what all data we need to extract. Let's straight away click on the link to load the next page. You can click either on this arrow here or the link to load page number 2 and set it as the next page so that w3b knows how to automatically load each of these pages and extract the data which we select. And now let's scroll to the first listing, and it is recommended that you skip over the sponsored listings which usually appears at the top of the page. This is a recommended practice. If there are any sponsored listings which comes up right, you can ignore them and click and select data from the first real listing. So let's click on the first product's name in this case, and from the resulting capture window click on the capture text option to capture its name. As you can see, w3b has automatically identified the remaining products on the page and is asking us whether to select or to generate the entire preview. It is not required. You can click on the no, and then let's proceed with selecting a few more details like the price. We can extract the product details page URL by clicking on the capture target URL button, and maybe this tags or the type. Let's also click and select the product thumbnail image. Click on the image and click on the capture image button. You can either download the image or just capture its URL. Now let's follow the product link to load its detailed page. To select additional data, for this you need to click on the product link and select the follow this link option, and w3b will load the product details page. Wait for the page to load, and once it is loaded you can proceed by selecting additional data. Now in the product details page you can see that many of the data appears after a heading text. In such cases it is recommended that you use the capture following text option to select the required data instead of directly clicking on the data. So for example, if you want to select the seller information, instead of directly clicking on the seller information, click on the heading text and select the capture following text option, and then click on the capture text option. Now if you want to select only the seller name, you can highlight the required portion using mouse and then click the capture text option. So the advantage of this method is that this works irrespective of the position of this data on the page, and it depends only on the heading text. So even if there is another block of data between this block and this block, the capture following text will extract data consistently across product pages with varying layouts. So let's also now extract the main product image. So for that, if we click this area here, unfortunately we do not have the capture image button, but if we apply the capture more content option, we can see that the capture image is enabled. Click on it, and this is the main image, or let's just call it image 1, because if you want to capture the second image you need to click on the second thumbnail image URL in this case, and select the click option so that Webhavi clicks on this during mining, and then you can again click on the main area here, capture more content, and let's call this image 2. Alright, so let's also select the shipping using the capture following text method. And all this data likewise can be selected using the capture following text method. So if you scroll down the page, what you see here is the seller provided description. If you click on it, you won't be able to see any data because this appears in a separate frame within the window. So to open that, you need to apply a JavaScript code. So for that, click on the run script option and paste this JavaScript code again, which we can find in the video description below, and then apply. You can see that the seller description is opened up in a separate page. Now we can select this by clicking anywhere on the page and applying capture more content multiple times till the data is visible. You can either capture the text of this page or capture its HTML. So here in this case, let's just capture the text. Now let's stop the configuration and start mining data. This is the Webhavi's miner window. You can select the number of pages to mine or just click on the mine all pages. Click on the start button. Webhavi will ask you to select a folder where downloaded images are to be saved. If you click cancel, image URLs will be extracted instead. Now Webhavi is loading the same page for which we created the configuration, and you can see that the data selected or scraped has started to appear in the miner Windows data table, and it will also follow each of these product links to get additional data. We hope you find this video useful. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us in the comment section below or at support@webhavi.com. Thank you.